5 greatest battles in the history. Hello guys, how are you? Bhavya this side. In this video, I am going to tell you about 5 greatest battles ever fought.
No mercy!
These battles are more than just war stories. Welcome to our channel, Knowledge Analysis. And today we are counting down our picks for the top 5 greatest battles in history.
As if by signal from the French admiral, the whole van, or at least 7 or 8 of the weathermost ships, opened a fire upon the Victory. Such a fire has scarcely before been directed at a ship.
For this list, we have specific battles of history and not overall. These battles can be from any place in the world and from any time in history. For further narration in this video, I have used the voice of artificial talking avatar from website named tts.demo.com. So now, without wasting more time, it's time to start our video. Let's begin.
Number 1. Battle of Stalingrad. In the Battle of Stalingrad, Germany and its allies in the governorship of Adolf Hitler fought the Soviet Union for control of the city of Stalingrad. It started on August 23, 1942 and ended on February 2, 1943. It lasted for 5 months, 1 week and 3 days. It was fought at Stalingrad, Russian SFSR, Soviet Union now Volgograd, Russia. It was one of the bloodiest battles in history and is considered as one of the major battles in the World War II. The Soviet Union inflicted a catastrophic defeat on the German army in and around this strategically important city on the Volga River, which bore the name of the Soviet dictator, Joseph Stalin. Casualties. The USSR, according to archival figures, suffered 1,129,619 total casualties, 478,741 personnel killed or missing, and 650,878 wounded or sick. The USSR lost 4,341 tanks destroyed or damaged, 15,728 artillery pieces and 2,769 combat aircraft. Number 2. Battle of Hydaspes. The Battle of the Hydaspes was fought between Alexander the Great and King Porus of the Purav Kingdom for control on Punjab region. This battle is named Hydaspes as it is fought on the banks of river Hydaspes. The battle was fought in 326 BC. The battle took place on the east bank of the Hydaspes River, now called the Jhelum River, a tributary of the Indus River, in what is now the Punjab province of Pakistan. Alexander's invasion against King Porus, also known as Purushottam, in Punjab in the Battle of the Hydaspes River, is considered as the costliest battle that Alexander fought, amongst all his earlier battles and invasions. The battle is historically significant for opening up the Indian subcontinent to ancient Greek political and cultural influences, which continued to have an impact for many centuries. The battle resulted in a Greek victory and the surrender of Porus. It led to Macedonian victory and annexation of Punjab. Porus was appointed plenipotentiary satrap of the new provinces. Casualties. 12,000 civilians were killed and 9,000 were captured. 20,000 infantry and 3,000 cavalry was killed. Number 3. Battle of Somme. The Battle of the Somme, also known as the Somme Offensive, was a battle of the First World War fought by the armies of the British Empire and French Third Republic against the German Empire. The Somme offensive began with the main objective of simply relieving the pressure on the French at Verdun. It took place between 1 July and November 18, 1916. It lasted for 140 days. It was fought on both sides of the upper reaches of the River Somme in France. The Battle of the Somme was one of the largest battles of World War I. and among the bloodiest in all of human history. It hurt the Germans badly and ultimately brought America into the war. Many people agree the battle was an important step towards Allied victory in 1918. French forces intended to achieve a decisive victory over the Germans on the Western Front after 18 months of trench deadlock. This battle had a marked effect on overall casualty figures and seemed to epitomize the futility of trench warfare. Casualties. Casualties topped 1 million, including the deaths of more than 300,000. British troops sustained 420,000 casualties, including 125,000 deaths, during the Battle of the Somme. The casualties also included 200,000 French troops and 500,000 German soldiers. Number 4. Battle of Gettysburg. The Battle of Gettysburg was fought by Union led by George G. Meade and Confederate led by Robert E. Lee forces during the American Civil War. After victory at Chancellorsville in Virginia, Confederate Commander Lee decided to focus on invading the North in what he called the Gettysburg Campaign. The plan was to try and get some leverage in the North by forcing Northern politicians to stop prosecuting the war. The Battle of Gettysburg was fought from July 1 to 3, 1863. It was a 3-day battle. It was fought in and around the town of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. This battle was the turning point of the American Civil War. The Battle of Gettysburg was a turning point because both sides lost numerous people. It was the bloodiest battle of American Civil War. Union Major General George Meade's Army of the Potomac defeated attacks by Confederate General Robert E. Lee's Army of Northern Virginia, halting Lee's invasion of the North. Casualties. Casualties at Gettysburg totaled 23,049 for the Union, and Confederate casualties were 28,063, more than a third of Lee's army. Total casualties in whole battle were 51,112. Number 5. Battle of Britain. The Battle of Britain, known as the Air Battle, was a military campaign of the Second World War, in which the Royal Air Force, RAF, defended the United Kingdom against large-scale attacks by Nazi Germany's Air Force, the Luftwaffe. The Battle of Britain was fought as Germany wanted to invade Great Britain, but first they needed to destroy Great Britain's Royal Air Force. It was fought from 10 July to October 31, 1940, including Blitz from Britain, which lasted till 7th of September. Here, Blitz means attacks in night. It was fought at British airspace. The Great Britain had 1963 serviceable aircrafts and Germany had 2,550 serviceable aircrafts. The battle was won by the Royal Air Force, Britain. The Battle of Britain was the first major campaign to be fought entirely by air forces, and was also the largest and most sustained aerial bombing campaign to that date. The Battle of Britain marked the first defeat of Hitler's military forces. Belligerents also include Canada on Britain's side and Italy on Germany's side. Casualties. The Britain had 1,542 aircrew killed, 1,744 aircraft destroyed, 14,286 civilians killed, 20,325 injured as casualties. The Germany had 2,585 aircrew killed and missing, 925 captured, 735 wounded, 1,977 aircraft destroyed, 1,634 in combat and 343 non-combat as casualties.